Why did people buy this? This is a quality of life nightmare.
Everywhere I go, I see his face. I just really miss him.
Stellaris is 7 years old, and that requires a celebration because it's also the amount of years that my channel exists. Yeah, basically the channel launched together with Stellaris 7 years ago, and it became big due to this game and what sort of journeys we have gone through, all the way from the removal of the tiles to the district system, the removal and changes of the hyperlanes and all the warp drives, and the overall gigantic amount of quality of life improvements has happened over the years. But what does Stellaris 1.0 look like again? Because my neurons have not been activated in that regard for quite some time. But in the meantime, let's dive into Stellaris 1.0 and see what it's like. This does take me back though. This original background, the version 1.0 of Stellaris. Man, it's been a while. This version of the game came out 7 years ago. 7 years ago as of, making this video. It's kind of crazy to see how time has progressed. So let's start a new game and let's see. Oh my god, the nuclear missiles, warp travel, and mammalian ships. I completely forgot about this, but this right here, Fanatic Individualist, does have to be my favorite version here. And wormhole travel, screw it, we're gonna go for the Commonwealth of Man. Mankind Strikes Again. The game details seems to be a little bit more compact than the last time as well, at least the version that we have now. At least we got advanced AI starts, but allow FTL method any, I think, is probably one of the more interesting ones. We'll just start the game here and see what we can do. 1.0 has been a while since we've played this, and it's definitely going to be an experience. My lord, the entire interface seems to be on the top of the screen rather than having an outliner on the left. Okay, well, at least the outliner itself is still there, so that's at least something. Okay, this is just a standard cluster galaxy. That's fine. And we got ourselves a wormhole station. Yeah, a wormhole station in this system. Ain't that something? Okay, we'll just going to go ahead and start surveying around here. I know what happens here. So basically this is like a pseudo gateway where we need to build a wormhole from point to point, so a ship can go into one place and then only go back. So they can't just jump from system to system. They always need to go back to a place where there is a wormhole station. So for now, we're just going to go ahead and start surveying closed system. Okay, so the shift select stuff still works. So those hotkeys were in from day number 1. But we're just going to go ahead and just queue up systems here because, yeah, this is just absolute bizarro. Solar panel network. I'm pretty sure that you get those for default right now. +3 energy. Oh, and they cost minerals. Oh, right, alloys are not a thing yet. That's crazy. Okay, so consumer goods and alloys are not a thing in this version of the game. Leader lifespan, sure. And mining network 2. Cool, let's do that. Let's go to our capital worlds. Okay, there's Unity. Okay, not much has changed here. Visually, it's very much the same. Oh, and there it is. The gloriousness that is tiles. Beautiful. Beautiful. What can one say? What can one say? This is the system that we had before we had the joys of all districts, shenanigans, and buildings. Yeah, this is a system that allows us to move pops around from place to place. It's pretty darn rudimentary, and it basically allows us to move pops to jobs, and these particular areas, we can build buildings on these, so including science labs and stuff like that. So yeah, districts are not a thing at all, but we still have sprawling slums. Does it give us a pop? No. Sprawling slums does not give us a pop. That is unfortunate. It does give us access to an energy, though, which is currently not collected. Food is local, isn't it? I think food is local. Unity. Food. Yeah. Food is definitely local. That is a problem. We actually need science, really. Can we get some science? Always get science, I guess. Energy seems... We only get +5 and +7. That's crazy. Let's just cancel this. We need more energy. We always need more energy in these games. I think that's relatively straightforward. But in the meantime, though, we should probably... How do I build ships? Ship designer. Oh wow. Okay, that's chunky. How do I build ships? I have to click straight on the station. Okay, so there doesn't appear to be a station in the outliner for me to build ships. There's also no fleet designer, which means that all ships have to be built by hand, and they're made from minerals, which is definitely curious. There goes our science ship. Let's just set the speed to plat, because that, of course, is still a thing. But wow, okay. Alright, science ship. We don't have any icons on the map, so we actually don't know that this is a science ship just by seeing it. So that's another thing. We just saw something out there. There's an unidentified empire. We just flew through space. And we need to get a leader. We have to spend influence to get a leader. An archaeologist. Okay. And we're just going to go ahead and just survey as much space as we can, because we need more planets. Because, oh boy, once you see how we claim systems, that right there is going to be a doozy. An absolute doozy. Because as you can see right now, we've got this space under our control. That's actually the space that our station in the NEB is generating. So once we actually go ahead and say, hey, I want to build a frontier outpost, as it is called, which will cost us 102. We actually need like 200 influence for this. We can actually go to these systems without them ever scouting them. There's not a hostile just flying by. Yeah, we got control of the system. So what we can do here, we can just build mining stations over here. More aliens just flew by. I don't know what's going on over there, but there appears to be a party nearby. And a leader is leveled. Like, stuff is going on pretty much all the time. Science ships are flying around, doing their thing, keeping within range.
Survey complete.
That's good. That's good. But yeah, no hyperlanes or anything like that. Do we have... This is the only map mode we have.
Updated. Evading hostile fleet.
Okay, first contact. There's an arid world over here. Okay. Okay, we got ourselves some mining drones, so those were already a thing. Wow, there's a sound effect I haven't heard in a while. Hey, we got ourselves 2 potential planets to colonize. It requires a colony ship, so we can't just say, go ahead and say colonize. No, we have to go back to Unity, click on the station, then build a spacecraft. How do I build a colony ship? How does that work again? I actually forgot. How do I build a colony ship again? That's not very clear. Colonize. Requires a colony ship. Do I need to get colony technology? Oh my god, I need colony technology. Okay, that's a problem. This video is entirely made possible by my endless drive to get a decent shed. For those of you who've been with me for a while now, I've been in the process of converting my yard from a Cold War relic to something that is actually presentable. And the good news is, the last bits of concrete foundation from the old shed were removed last week. About 6 cubic meters of it, in fact, which is about 18 cubic feet of concrete that I had to dig out of it. And yeah, we can now say that we're now at the critical stage for shed construction. And you can be involved in that. On my Patreon, I've added a special tier where people who participate as part of the Patreon will get a special little plaque on the building itself to commemorate its construction when it's done. So support the channel and one man's dream to have a decent shed. Get involved. Link in the description below the video. We need to unlock colony ships before we can do anything. Okay, I did not see that coming. That's a neuron in my brain that definitely did not trigger. I don't know what's going on in this planet as well. I got some surface overview. There's a lot of food here, so it could be a good food world, he says. If food was shared all over the place, but it's not. It doesn't go into a global pool.
Situation log updated.
Bravo bogies. I don't really care about the Bravo bogies. I also don't care about Strike Force 1 at the moment. But yeah, I could go ahead and say, oh yeah, this would be a great planet for food. It doesn't work like that in this version of the game because food is not a thing that you can share all over the place. So let's... I cannot believe that I have to research colony ships before I can do anything. Man, Stellaris 1.0 was a slow starter. So many quality of life things that were just not here. Also like how the science in the top is just their own science and everything. That's definitely cool. And now it's just a case of failure. Oh, I forgot about that. You could fail anomalies. Right. Okay, so failing anomalies was a thing at the time. So yeah, be careful with your scientists. Complete. You can totally fail those. You cannot set a system to don't go there, which is just another fascinating little thing.
Hostile fleet.
You can build a frontier outpost.
Updated.
We got ourselves some Tajanki. Quite a lot of worlds, actually. Quite a lot of planets spawned around this time. It's not bad, actually. But right now we're just looking for some more space to expand into, really. Like we need more we need more area really to expand into and get our frontier outposts going, but we simply just don't have all that much because, you know, we don't have the science, the technology to do anything with it. Which is just absolutely bizarre. Absolutely bizarre that this is a thing.
Research complete.
I need mining outposts, I guess. Betharian power plants. That was a thing around this time. Yeah, okay. So habitable worlds is still here. 7 years later, this is still in the game. It probably needs some love, Paradox. If you're watching, like, give it some love, please. There's power plant and physics lab. Like, I'm not going for any weapons technology because I don't think it's going to be helpful at all. But at the moment, I've got all these pops just standing around not doing anything. I got a reasonable amount of resources. I can upgrade this building to a mining station 2. Because that's a thing. Okay, so we've built this. I'm not going to build a frontier outpost over here. I've done a bunch of scouting. Yeah, there's nothing to really guide me, and this is the kind of the thing about hyperlanes that I really enjoy. Like, there is no like perceived route that you can take. You're kind of stuck in this weird circle at the moment. And sure, I can send wormhole stations to all of these places, but ships have to go back and forth, as you can see here. It's just back and forth to the area. One thing that's also really interesting, back then, ships didn't have to fly across systems in order to jump to where they wanted to go. It's kind of similar how jump gates work these days, or at least the portals you can build or whatever, where you can just go from the corner of the system to the corner of the system, which means tactically it didn't make all that much sense. What have we got here? Another desert world. That's just not very cool. I would like to have this mining station over here. I do need more mining. Energy by itself also pretty high on the list of things. I don't even want to watch some of my old tutorials now because, man, colony ship, finally. Okay, propaganda broadcast. It's an edict. Okay, edicts were already a thing there. Frontier clinics, already terrible back then. So what do we got to do now? Well, can I actually click on the planet? No, I cannot. I have to manually navigate there. Can't colonize automatically, so I have to go back to Unity. I have to go to the spaceport, and I'm going to need to build a colony ship, which I need minerals for, but I can't because the market does not exist, so I cannot buy minerals, and the game is just...
System survey complete.
People who pick up Stellaris these days feel blessed that you didn't have to deal with this, because it's now 2205. I haven't colonized any planets yet. I would be on my way for my second planet by now if this was a 3.0 game. Sure, the game has changed quite a lot since then. Like, the biggest change was probably around 2.0 with the Apocalypse change, or the
System survey complete.
change of warp drives and stuff like that, but this is pretty silly.
Information log updated.
All right.
Evading hostile fleet.
We got plus
Evading
14.
hostile fleet.
Can I build a colony ship? No. In 5 months, I can build a colony ship. All right. I guess that is something. I'm gonna need to continue surveying, even though my science ships decided to go back in action. Did you notice, by the way, there is no such thing as traditions at this point in the game? It's just completely nothing, which just blows me away in terms of, you know,
Evading hostile
flexibility. Could you please stop going to the system? Like, I know the miners are there. Okay, I can build a colony ship. Excellent. And I've made first contact with the Vizari star hegemony. This screen is very, very basic. We should assume the worst,
System
because
survey
they
complete.
are, in fact, the Xenos. Man, this is wild. This is so wild. It gets even worse when you're starting to... where's all the anomalies, by the way? I just realized. I haven't seen any anomalies in, like, ever. So strange. So strange.
Research
indeed.
complete.
But yeah, I could screw these guys over by building a frontier outpost over here. And how big is that space going to be?
Anomaly found.
There we go. There's an anomaly.
Research complete. System survey
Desert
complete.
World, Tomb World. Tomb Worlds were a thing back then already. System has not been surveyed. Alien Mural. Wow. Okay, that's
Situation
probably
log
one of the oldest
updated.
ones in the game. Priority
Construction complete.
hotkeys were already a thing back then. I am going to build a frontier outpost, and it looks like my colony ship has finally been built. That is exciting for everybody involved. There is a continental world here. I don't know how big it is. I guess it's you. You're size 12. And you are a size 15. Cool. Well, just let's send it. Oh, yeah. Okay, I get the place where the colony drops. And this has long-term effects, basically, on, like, adjacency bonuses. So I'm just going to go ahead and place it down there. Also, instantly, I believe we get a maintenance modifier because our colony ship... there's a pretty high maintenance modifier on it, which means that a colony ship at the start of the game is really expensive to set up. My
System
God, there's a lot
survey
of planets in
complete.
this system.
Anomaly found.
All right, so we're dropping the colony ship. Cool, the first human colony. We don't get to name the planet apparently. That's all randomized.
Research complete.
So that's cool, I guess. Automated
Situation
shipyard
log
is here.
updated.
Leader life food plus 10%. Production targets, I guess it's good. Research speed, always good. Powered exoskeletons should take us to robots, but I'm not even sure if robots are even a thing in this version of the game. I'm very confused. This guy's building an outpost over here. Just to show you guys how this stuff works, by the way. It's just very, very strange. And I cannot balance my economy by selling other goods. Which is just wild to me. Absolutely wild.
Anomaly found.
Okay, cool.
Anomaly found.
Failure risk,
System survey
2%.
complete.
Amazing. The fact that this is a thing just absolutely blows me away. What also blows me away is apparently I'd have no shields on these ships and only lasers. And also,
hostile fleet.
apparently I've got multiple fission reactors that I can put on this ship. Let's actually take a look at the ship designer. The Corvette. Oh yeah, we can just fill this bad boy up with fission reactors. There's no standardized reactor on top of this. There is the James Bond intro item, by the way. That's like looking down a barrel. That's the warp drive. Oh, don't you dare. Did that just cancel my frontier outpost? It did, didn't it? Oh, great. And we instantly also get space piracy. We don't know where the space piracy
Colony
is.
established.
We do know that we've got a new colony over here. For blessings, we can actually see that. The one thing is that we got the planetary summary, right? This is just an overview, but the more important thing, the tab for the surface, is actually over here. So, not entirely sure why that is. Anyway, we're going to build a hydroponics farm here and move this guy over there. We got minerals now, as well as energy. So, we're just going to go ahead and just start mining out science out of the side of a mountain, because that's something that you could do in this version of Stellaris for some bizarre reason. And I would like to clear you as well. Yeah, but right now we do have a big upkeep cost for just colonizing the planet.
Station under
I
attack.
think. What do you mean station under attack? You got it. Oh wow, okay, the mining stations have firepower and are actually quite beefy. So
Hostile fleet
yeah,
engaged. Construction complete.
this seems
Evading
a
hostile
bit basic. I just lost my Corvette fleet. Oh, wait, what? Like, completely? Okay, I just lost my actual whole
Anomaly
fleet
found.
in one go.
Situation log updated.
Okay, that was not very cool. Why is this a thing? Who designed this? I guess I have to build
Research
Corvettes
complete.
now, which I can. I just have to do it by hand. Let's add a solar panel network. Why not, right? We need more energy. A defense platform. Robots, please. Robots. We need more of them. Ever.
System survey
We
complete.
cannot do any assisting research because that's a technology in this version of the game. I have... Oh, right. I need to build a dedicated wormhole station, don't I? Yeah, okay. I remember this. Okay, so I have to build a wormhole station outside of the gravity well within the space that I'm operating in, which is just, again, it just blows my mind. What do you mean? I have to... Oh, I cannot right-click on the system to do a mission? I have to go into the system and then click on the special mission? Why did people buy this? This is a
Anomaly
quality of
found.
life nightmare.
Construction complete. Station under attack.
It's just so
Research
bizarre.
complete.
Oh, and these pirate fleets are just floating
Debris
around,
Analyzed.
killing things. Like they're not staying in one
Construction
system.
complete.
They're actively using my wormhole drive network.
System survey complete.
What on earth is going on? Oh, I know I need
Hostile
minerals.
fleet engaged. Situation log updated.
Am I allowed to take
Evading hostile fleet.
this system?
Research
I will
complete.
take. Okay, I can at least I can build a frontier outpost from here, and I don't appear to. I do have a limit on how many outposts I can have, or at least how many directly controlled. Oh right, I forgot about that. Oh, and there's unemployment with this cool suitcase. What do you want? You can do science. You are gonna do energy, I guess. I forgot about the fact that you could only directly control 5 planets in the 1.0 version of the game, which means that at some point you basically had to say, okay, this and this planet now goes into a sector. That's not a thing in 3 point whatever. Why was this a thing? Give me down in the comments below. I'm fascinated by the idea behind this, because I have no idea why they even did this as a game design thing. Oh, there's Betharian stone over there. Oh, wait a minute. Did I just... Oh, a neuron just activated. This version of the game had like 9 different strategic goods, didn't it? And they would spawn in like clusters around the galaxy. So we're in like the Betharian stone area of the galaxy, apparently.
Construction complete.
Absolutely bizarre. Fascinating, but bizarre. I keep on wanting to right-click, and I have to individually select every single one of these to do all the special projects. What fresh new hell have I walked in on? Like, we are just like not even considering custodians or anything like that, but we are spoiled with the quality of stuff that we have in our game these days.
Situation log updated.
Is there an upkeep thing here? Idle. Okay. Do I need to send you back? Is that a thing?
Special project complete.
Okay, we got some new ships.
Research
we
complete.
can merge, thankfully. Wait a minute. My home system is not surveyed. That was also a thing. You had to survey your home system first before you could do anything. And because I built this additional wormhole drive, it means that I can just bounce around a little bit and just get access to some more space. And basically, I'm just going to need to continue extending the wormhole network, kind of like Stargate, in order to get anything done around the galaxy. My lord.
Research complete.
Like, this video has been running for 25 minutes, and I'm already blown away by all the stuff that I completely forgot about. And I'm kind of glad that I forgot about. I forget about the fact that UE used to have tiles as part of our stuff. Like, the absolute quality of life nightmare that 1.0 was cannot be understated. My god, it's just so bad. Like, it's okay for a launch version, but we're 7 years later now, and I can totally see why certain things have changed. I'm gonna build a frontier outpost. I want that Betharian stone. Sure, we got some more people. By the way, you want to see something really cool? Like, really, really cool? We are a military dictatorship. If you click on this button, we can become a plutocratic oligarchy, a despotic empire, a military junta, or a military republic. And even
System
better,
survey complete.
later in the game, we can find advanced forms of those particular empire types. I kid you not. There is some real weird stuff going on. There is a planet I need to claim.
Complete.
There is a continental world, and I need it. Construction ship, where are you? Let's go to Deneb. Let's get a construction ship up and running. I am allowed to do that. Yes. I need more minerals. I think that's pretty clear. And I also have robots, so I would assume that I can build
Construction
robo
complete.
factories? Question mark. Replace. I am not. Oh, wait a minute.
Research complete. Anomaly found.
Wait a minute. I have to manually build robots for 150 energy and 50 minerals rather than them automatically being built in a robot factory. Okay. Again, my brain is just full of stuff that is currently just neurons being triggered all over the spot. And it's not all sunshine and rainbows everywhere, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot of stuff where I think by myself, cool, wormhole drive. On the other hand, my lord, what is going on?
Anomaly found.
Alright, let's do some research on some Xenos here. Maybe we'll be able to find something interesting. Because we've just surveyed our capital and we found like 1 million minerals on there. Okay.
Research
Blue
complete.
laser technology? That's a really old one.
Research complete.
Okay, so we finally got shields. There is the what is now the Science 1 building, but it's the Physics Lab number 2. Colony development speed, that has never changed.
Special
let's go for
project complete.
improve the deflectors. Primitive society, what is this? First contact?
Situation log updated.
Oh, it is a jungle world. Tropical world, size 25. How far away is it? Ooh, it is within my grasp. And I do need that system. Like, why do I have so much energy if I cannot spend it to buy minerals? This is
System
so
survey
bizarre.
complete.
Absolutely bizarre. And like, I've got these weird islands of space all over the place. And I'm expanding. The Xenos don't seem to be expanding all that much, but it's just so bizarre. Okay, we're getting Betharian stone. What do we get out of Betharian stone? Don't know. The game doesn't want to tell me what tooltips. Oh, border range plus 20%. Yes. I will have me some of that. I would also like to claim this area, please. By building a frontier outpost over there. Even though I don't have enough planets to begin with. Wormhole Drive really bypasses things, though. So I can jump over other empires quite easily.
Updated.
But if the enemies, or if this empire's border ranges extends over the system, they will claim it. Yeah, that's the thing. Which is just, again, like I've said it a couple times now. Bizarre, absolutely bizarre. Okay, cool. Wormhole station been built. We can do some more exploration. There's a pulsar system over here, by the way. Galactic terrain does not exist in this version, like at all. So pulsar doesn't actually do anything aside from it just being hella pretty. There's a lot of foundational stuff in this particular version of the game that a lot of things were built on later down the line. It's just not done yet. Like this pulsar system, it just doesn't do anything except for being pretty. I kind of really like the fact that they build on top of that. Can I build? I keep on wanting to go to this place and just say, "Hey, give me additional stuff." Okay, so there's the. Okay, let's build a construction.
System survey complete.
Oh, they've claimed the system. Oh, they claimed my stuff.
Construction
Well,
complete.
this just means war, relative power. At least all of that stuff is still the same. But
Research complete.
I will need. See, this is the thing, right? Because I've got wormhole drive, I can project my power really well. And can I do it? Military station designs. Alright, I'm gonna blow your mind. Let's build. I cannot build a military station. Because I probably don't have the technology for it yet. Speaking of which, there's the defense platform.
System survey complete.
Oh my lord. Okay, let's build ourselves a level 2.
System survey complete.
Let's build us another colony ship. We are literally 20 years into the game, and we still have not built a second planet yet. And this is just 32 minutes long, and it's just 90% of it is just me being absolutely flabbergasted by what on earth is going on. Going from system to system and just wondering by myself, I have no idea what's going on anymore. And at this point, I am just too afraid to ask, like, why do I have first contact with an empire across the galaxy? Like, why is this even a thing? Like, I don't. Why do I know that they are there? Did I get first contact with them? I don't know. I don't remember anything. Oh, there's policies. Sure, why not? It costs 1 influence a month. All 3 sciences. Here's my policies. Does this now exist in the leader window? I love this. Don't get me wrong. but I wouldn't want to play this every day anymore. Not after what I have. Wow. I think that for now we can leave this here. I'm not gonna go play a full game. Maybe if you're interested, then I can do so. But this 1.0 version of the game is something else. Like, tiles, sure. Like, a lot of people always talk about, oh, I wish we had the tile system back. It's simple, it's easy to understand. I will give you that. The warp drive system, I can totally see why this would be a massive pain in the ass for anybody really trying to design a proper system, because try to counter this, I can just jump inside of an enemy territory, and like, good luck balancing that with hyperdrive and warp. Warp can just go anywhere, it's just slow. Hyperdrive is fast, but only point to point, and wormhole drive, well, you need to build a wormhole station. That's very Swords of the Stars too, by the way, but dang. What do you think? Should I just continue this? Should I continue to hate myself playing this particular game with all of this weird resources? Where are my alloys? Where are my consumer goods? Where's my policy bar on the left side of the screen? I don't even remember there not being a policy bar at the side of the screen. I just have minerals. Where's my galactic market? It's just, I need it. Well, let me know down below. In the meantime, though, if you want to get involved in building a shed for a person who desperately needs a shed, or at least is in the process of building one, feel free to get involved on the Patreon. Yes, we've actually set up a Patreon for the shed now, and we're doing a couple of really cool things for all the people that get involved at a certain tier level. I believe it's called a Shed of Respect. You get a little plaque on the shed when it's done. So yeah, that's the thing. Make sure that you go up there. There's shed updates there all the time, so that's something. Anyway, Stellaris 1.0. Should I play more of it? Don't know. Is it painful? Absolutely. Just take care of yourselves and don't roll the game back. There's horrors in our past.